This is the M-Tech sling bag, and I picked this up from Amazon for about $30 to $35. Today, we're going to discuss the differences between this and something that's a lot more expensive and a lot more popular, like the 945 Industries sling bag. Now, I have nothing bad to say about this because it has served me very, very well throughout probably the last maybe year or so that I've had it. And I have used this not just to EDC, but also for trips, vacations, all sorts of things because it's very multifunctional. Now, we are going to discuss the differences, and maybe you're in the market for a sling bag and you're wondering, man, is a 945 really worth all that money, or should I just stick to something that's more budget friendly? Well, this video is for you. But before we get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. This is S.O.G. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and I appreciate all of the support. Now, if you're interested in this M-Tech sling bag, I did do a full review on my channel, so I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to check out if you're interested. Other than that, let's get into the comparison between these two. And the first thing that I notice is that the M-Tech sling bag is oriented vertically and the 945 Industries bag is oriented horizontally. Now, taking a look at storage and whatnot, you got the M-Tech here, which has 3 zippers up front. And if we take a look up here, you've got another compartment in the top area. Flipping it over here, you have another compartment in the back. So you have a total of 5 storage areas, 5 total zippers, aside from the main compartment. Now, when we look at the 945 bag, you have 1 zipper in the front, and then you have 1 zipper in the back. So you have a total of 2 storage compartments versus 5. So M-Tech takes the cake on that one. One of the other things I noticed on the M-Tech bag is the badging. The badging is very discreet and minimal, which is nice because one of the things you look for when you're looking for a sling bag is discretion. You don't want something that says, hey, I have a gun in here. Now, the 945 bag is also very discreet. And one of the things that I really like about this bag is the fact that they have their logo just right over here on this tiny little tab, which is also discreet. And you can even tuck this away in this little pocket that they have right here, or this little sleeve, whatever you call it. So you can just kind of stuff that right in there. And there you go. It just looks like a normal, ordinary bag. So also very discreet, which is, again, like I said, very important when you're talking about an EDC sling bag. Another thing I noticed in differences is going to be these zippers. If you guys look at this zipper here on the 945 bag, you have more of a rubber tab or a plastic tab, and the M-Tech bag just has more of like that rope feel or style. So a little bit more thought process behind the 945 bag, which is obviously something that they should have done because of the price tag that they put on this bag. Now, looking at the back side, we're going to look at the straps. This is a big thing for me because no matter what sling bag I've used, this was always the most uncomfortable part of carrying in a sling bag, is the fact that these straps rub against your neck so much and so often because you're carrying it there that it starts to really become uncomfortable. Sometimes gives you like a little bit of a rug burn feel, and just like I said, it just becomes uncomfortable over time. But they do sell some padded pad for this one, and you can also get an aftermarket one for this one. So both are equal to me. The strap on the M-Tech bag is a little bit wider versus the one on the 945 bag. So for me, the 945 bag is just slightly more comfortable, but very marginally. It's not by too much. Now, another thing I noticed is the strap on the M-Tech bag is fixed, so you cannot place this any other way other than the way that it comes with, so you are stuck with that. And another nice thing or big plus about the 945 bag is that they give you different loops here where you can swap this over and put the strap wherever you want. You can orient it to your comfort, to your needs, and just customize it to whatever fits you best. So that's another big plus, is that they think about, hey, maybe they don't want to wear it this way. Maybe people want to wear it another way. Let's give them that option. So that's also a big plus. Now, taking a look at the tab that actually gets you into the main compartment. If you just look at this tab right here, this is just insane. And it's a good thing because it's just so long here that you can grab it from no matter which way it is and just yank it down, and you have access to that main compartment for whatever it is that you're going to be carrying in there. Now, one of my biggest issues with sling bags, and this goes for all of them, is the zippers. Why do we make them extra long like that? You know what I'm saying? If this is a sling bag and you have this quick access tab to get you into the main compartment right away, there's no need for these, because what happens if you're pulling on this and you accidentally grab that zipper and you pull down to get your gun out, or you pull out to get the gun out and it doesn't work because you got a hold of that zipper? Man, that's a good night for you. That's, you know what I'm saying? So, and especially with this, if you guys look at this tab right here, So the zippers are about as long as the pull tab on the MTech. And that to me is just a flawed design, because when you go in there and you're under pressure, you're just going to grab this and, good night. You know what I'm saying? Because you couldn't open the bag. Now, what 945 did is that they extended this by so much that it's hard for you to get these in the way when you're holding on to this. Now, another big plus is that they actually added this little rubber section at the end and added some like grooves or texture here so that you can actually get more of a grip and just really pull down on it. This one doesn't have any of that. It's just the nylon strap here, which again, it still functions and still works, but they could have made this longer, or they could have just removed this. And now I know these are removable, but it's like, why even add them on there? You know what I'm saying? The fact that they're on the front is fine because you're not really getting quick access to the compartments up here. But when you're talking about releasing this for an EDC situation, you don't want nothing in the way. So 945 did a great job of extending their strap here to get you on target right away and immediately. Now let's take a look at the main compartment with these two and basically what the biggest differences are. So if you guys here, we'll start with the MTech bag. What we'll do is I'll kind of pull this up. I'll get this closed up. We'll pull it as if you were in one of those situations where you got to get in there. Now, it does get a little bit stuck sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. So when you're pulling on this, those zippers are not buttery smooth. So what happens is sometimes the zippers get caught up here, especially if you got a gun that's a little bit bigger or you got an optic on there, it could get caught on that. And that could also be detrimental, man. So just keep an eye on that. But it did open up fairly nice and quick. The only gripe I have about this is that it doesn't open all the way. It stops halfway. So that's kind of a big no-no for me with a sling bag. But again, it's just me nitpicking. This universal holster that's in here does not come with the bag, so I did have to buy this separately. Also, this cushion pad doesn't come with the bag either. I had to buy that separately. So I did set this up in a way where it was nice for me because, like I said, I've had this for about a year now. So all this stuff is just old. I haven't used this in a few weeks since I got my 945 bag. But just to show you guys kind of what you could do and what the setup could be like. So anyway, you also have these elastic little pouches here where you could put a light, a magazine, a pen, whatever it is. So that's also really nice of MTech to do. You have a little bit of a hook and loop here on the back side, so you could put a Velcroed holster on there, and it just works. It functions. But again, the design or the thought process behind this, I think to me it was a fail to not make this open up all the way. And just the holster is universal, so it's a hit or miss. You know what I mean? You never want to put a gun in a universal holster like this, but I guess it kind of works. Let's take a look at the 945 bag. Now this one here, again, we'll yank it here as if it was you were really gonna go for it. So as you guys can see that just flung wide open, buttery smooth. The zippers on here, I don't know what it is, but they're just so buttery, man, and it just makes it so easy to get this thing open. Now, as y'all can see, I got this kind of weird setup right here. Now, the reason I have this set up like this is because I carry my Canik Prime, and they don't make a holster. 945s does not make a holster for the Canik Prime with the Velcro. So I actually have something else on here to make it work, and it's actually still holstered. So that's nice. As you guys can see, the holster stays in there, and it works. It works for me, and it fits just fine. It works perfect. So I want to show you guys though what does come with the 945 bag, because like I said, this is something that I set up for myself. But let's take a look here at what really comes with this bag. Now this is another 945 bag that I have, and this is the large. So as you guys can see, they did change the pull tab because this is just as bad as the one on the MTech in my opinion, because it's just super short. But when you open this up, and again, buttery smooth with the zippers, but these bags do come with the holster, and I think that's what really makes these bags the value. Sorry, just moving the camera there. But I think that's what really makes the value of these bags go up, is not necessarily the price you're paying for the bag, but also you're getting a holster. So that is another big plus with these bags, is that you get a specific holster, making it that much more safe for you to carry. And the retention on these is fairly nice. I will admit that the retention is pretty good. And they also give you the opportunity to put a clip. Now, you don't get a clip with the holster or the bag, but you have the opportunity to put one on there so you can remove it from the bag if you need to, and put it right into your pants so that you can start carrying this inside the waistband style. So again, another really nice and thoughtful process behind the 945 bag. Let's take a look at the differences behind the large and the extra large. Now again, these are both 945 Industries bags. And as you guys can see, now the size between the large and the extra large is not that different, but at the same time it is.
Same, but different. But still same.
I could fit a full size, I'm sorry, not a full size. I could fit a Glock 19 with an extended mag, a +2 extended mag, and an optic in the XL. And I can do the same on this one, but it'll barely fit. It will be a little bit snug, but it'll still work. So anything larger than a 19, I would not recommend with the large. I would definitely recommend the XL. You can get away with it on the large, but on the XL, it fits like perfect. So in my opinion, I don't have a need for the large. I will always use the XL regardless of what I'm carrying. But going into the bag itself here, as y'all can see, this has just you have some Velcro right down here, and you don't get that on the large. So that's also a plus. And this is for, they sell a magazine holder that's Velcro, so you can throw that on there and just call it good. Also, they changed the length of the straps. Like I said before, I mean, the length is just like twice as long. So a much better thought process behind this. They also changed the ends of the zippers, as y'all can see here. So they went from like the rope feel to the little plastic or rubber tipped zippers. So again, really nice. And they also changed the logo. This was very big branding from 945s on that one, which kind of just, in my opinion, gave away the hey, I have a gun look here. And it failed in terms of discretion. And this one here is just more of a normal bag that you don't really tell that it's a 945 bag, because if you're in the 2A community, man, you see a 945 bag, you're like, yep, they got something in there. You know what I mean? So with this one, it's like, oh, it's just a regular bag. At least it gives off that look. You know what I mean? So yeah, other than that, man, I mean, these are great bags. I definitely recommend them. Like I said, this is the extra large. This is just the large. Both are great. I believe now that 945 is actually making all of their bags with the upgraded pull tabs like this one here and zippers and whatnot. But y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, man. Check out their website. Check out their products. They have great stuff. The only downside on the 945 bag that I'm going to say is that you can't buy the bag alone. You have to get the holster with it. And to me, that's a downside, because if you just want the bag and cut half the price, you don't really have an option for that. You actually have to invest in the whole entire system. Now you can get just the holster. So if you buy a bag with the holster, you could buy different holsters and use that same bag. So that's nice. But it would be nice to just sell you just the bag itself too, and just let people save a little bit of money on purchasing the bags alone. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what you guys think of the 945 Industry bags. Is it worth the money, even though it comes with that holster? Like a lot of people think it's just the bag, but you got to also think it comes with that holster and a couple of other nice features for customization and comfort and whatnot. So let me know in the comments what you guys think of the 945 Industries bag. Would you get one? Would you guys like one? You know what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments. In my opinion, totally worth it. I know they're expensive, but if you have the money to invest in one, buy once, cry once, and you know what I mean, enjoy carrying in a sling bag. I know I do. So until the next video, you guys, God bless you, and I'll see y'all on the next one.